So looking over Misfits, it seems that Misfits is dying off slightly. And this is no surprise really, because it's coming off of a massive high in KSI where he fought Swarms and Pineda for his comeback fight, right? And then, he went on to fight FaZe Temper, Joe Fraser, and then obviously Tommy Fury. And now he's ended up in a position where he's lost. To see like Misfits to fall off in a sly manner, it's not really surprising because, KSI is his biggest star, because KSI is not really fighting as commonly as he once did, when he fought Joe Weller and then Logan Paul again. And then now we're in a position where there's not enough megastars in Misfits, We have Dean the Great, who's a superstar, but not really a megastar like Jake Paul, KSI, or even Logan Paul, or even Dylan Dennis at this point. You have Anthony Taylor, who has potential, as well as Dean the Great, to be honest. And then you have Gibb, who should be fighting, but is nowhere to be seen right now. He's 6-1, right? He's beating quite a lot of people, Taylor Holder, etc., etc. And now he's not even seen, he's not really fighting. He kind of went missing on us, You have FaZe Jarvis, who's come back. He's a pretty big star, but not a mega star like KSI, Jake Paul again. You have Temper Wars, Raxu. These people are kind of like on the lower level in terms of popularity. And now you have Ed Matthews as well, and a potential star in HS Tiki Toki who's nowhere to be seen right as of right now, The fact that they're not even fighting right now and Misfits is lacking in, personality, to be honest, is more of a cringe fest of anything. Apart from the actual fights, which are pretty entertaining, I won't lie to you. But in terms of the press conferences, the interviews, they don't really bang the same way they did. Even when KSI fought Logan Paul for the second time, for example. But I know Misfits wasn't really a thing back then, but it's YouTube boxing we're talking about, not just Misfits, right? So it should be YouTube boxing, not just the title Misfits, because there's other fighters who are big that aren't in Misfits right now. If they come over like Gibb, I feel like they could bring a lot of buzz, to Misfits or YouTube boxing. So in order for, Misfits to bring back its buzz, I think this is important. I think there needs to be more people, there needs to be more stars, Misfits really needs to invest their time in their fighters, and even more so than they are right now. I know they're trying to boost up these no-names realistically, but we need to have more people involved. We need to have more wow moments, Even Jake Paul, I think Jake Paul just needs to come over to Misfits to fight KSI for it to be revived again, because YouTube boxing seems to be on a downslide as of recent, I don't know if this is just me or my speculation, but yeah, I think a lot of it is due to the frustration of KSI and Jake Paul not fighting, or the super fights not happening. To Misfits' credit, Logan Paul versus Dylan Dennis happened, and I didn't think Dylan Dennis would ever step foot in the ring, so fair play to them. But the big fight, the fight everyone wanted initially, even 6 years ago in 2018, was KSI versus Jake Paul. And this was after KSI beat Joe Weller. Jake Paul agreed to fight KSI, and KSI also agreed to fight Jake Paul. And now, 6 years later, several years later, they have not fought. I don't know why. If it's contract negotiations or, each other playing mind games, it's kind of frustrating, and it's even being brought up on the fans, where the fans are getting annoyed as well, because this is a fight, let's be honest, this fight should have happened a while ago, and the fact that hasn't happened right now, or even in the past few years, like the past 2 years or whatever, even after Anderson Gibb fought Jake Paul and Jake Paul beat Gibb, and then KSI went into the ring and confronted Jake Paul, and then, Jake Paul pushed KSI. That was a moment where honestly it should have happened, but again, KSI took a break, and he wasn't in fighting shape, he wasn't in any shape to even compete, so I don't blame KSI for not taking it then, because when KSI was on the come up against Joe Weller, Jake Paul wasn't trying to have any of that against KSI. You can't really blame KSI for not even taking a fight against Jake Paul at that moment in time. But still, man, we should be having this fight, This is part of the reason why Misfits is not really buzzing right now, you know what I mean? We need to have some super fights. We need to have Dean the Great go up and weight or some shit, Something interesting, Or even Slim versus Anthony Taylor. We need more super fights in different weight classes. I'm not really mad at Logan Paul for going over to wrestling, but I think it would help a lot if he stayed in Misfits and boxed. I think Logan Paul versus JMX should have happened, or something spectacular should just hit. I don't know. Something spectacular needs to happen in this YouTube boxing scene again, because it's becoming a little bit stale, a little bit boring, over repetitive. I remember the Misfits 1 card that had a lot of buzz. Even the KSI versus Tommy Fury fight, because there were 2 main events instead of 1, and KSI and Logan Paul were both on the card, and Dylan Dennis and Tommy Fury were also both big names. Dylan Dennis also had a name from the Conor McGregor incident. Sorry, not the Conor McGregor, the Khabib incident, where Khabib and Dylan Dennis Dennis had a scuffle and Khabib jumped over the cage and got to Dylan Dennis. So that was a big fight in itself, and Dylan Dennis was no joke. He was a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and I know people look at him as if he's a troll, as if he's a joke, but no, Dylan Dennis is a legitimate fighter, you know. And I know a lot of people will disagree with that, but facts are facts. Facts are facts. He was set to fight Logan Paul, and we all know how that ended up. You know, Dylan Dennis promoted that fight to fuck. Bringing Logan Paul's wife into it, it was a low thing to do, but you know, it worked. It helped people get the tickets. That fight on the card was what was anticipated the most because of Dylan Dennis. Let's be honest, it wasn't really Logan Paul doing all the promoting. Like, even though he tried and he did his best, it was Dylan Dennis doing all the work for that, because you know, he brought up his wife. He was trying to wind up Logan. He brought up the suicide forest incident. That was just too much ammo Dylan Dennis had on Logan, and he did it in a bad way. Don't get me wrong, he shouldn't have brought up his wife the way he did. But it was to sell tickets, and I understand it, you know, like, I don't know, that's Dylan Dennis. But anyway, yeah, going back to Misfits, we need someone else. We need a big star. We need a spectacular moment in order for Misfits to be booming again, because unless that happens, it's going to continue going on a downslide unless KSI and Jake Paul fight, or if Logan Paul fights, I don't know, a big name, or even if like Conor McGregor comes back, you know, that's unrealistic. But again, something like that. Hope you guys enjoyed. It's been Shadzi. Take care.